Hi Guy, welcome to B&B Spoilers and News channel. Today we will talk about at Forrester, Hope met Zende and Zoe in the CEO's office. Hope thought that Zende didn't want to talk about his breakup with Nicole. Zende claimed he preferred not to. Respecting that, Hope said she was sorry it didn't work, but it was pretty good for HFTF, which would use Zende. He was happy to get into work. HFTF's message had already impressed him. Zoe said Zende has awesome designs, and he replied that she only said it because it was true. Hope said Zende and Zoe will work a lot together. He asked Zoe if she could handle this. Zoe said it would be a challenge, but she was up to it. Zende wondered if Hope had a locked-in vision or if she was still open to suggestions. Hope welcomed all of her team's ideas. Zende offered to sketch some thoughts. Looking at Zoe, he said that because they were a team, he could ask her to participate. Zende asked if Hope knew anything about Steffi. Hope said Liam has visited Steffi a lot and that Steffi is making progress. Entering the office, Thomas said Steffi shouldn't have to make any progress in an institution and shouldn't have become addicted to pain relievers in the first place. Thomas later wondered how long Zende would stay in town, but Zende was elusive on his schedule. Thomas asked if Nicole would be there, and Zende took a bite that they weren't together. Thomas wondered if he should congratulate Zende or apologize for it. Sorry, works, Zende replied. Zoe asked why Thomas was there. Thomas had arrived to rectify some things. He said he had done things and his family kicked him out of the business. He felt he deserved what he got, but since then he had worked on himself with his mother. He was ready to get back to work. He had been working on ideas for Hope's next collection, and he wanted to review them with her. I actually decided to work primarily with Zende, Hope replied. Later, Zoe faced the door and Zende as she worked at the table. Zende sketched, facing Zoe and the CEO's office. Hope typed on a laptop in the CEO's office. Next to her, Thomas drew at the drawing board. Thomas kept glancing at Zende, but when Thomas wasn't looking, Zende glanced at Thomas. Finally, Thomas spoke, breaking the silence. Thomas had followed Zende's career to Paris and said that Zende had really grown up a lot faster than Thomas had expected. Zende wondered what Thomas had to say for himself. Thomas asked what that meant. Throwing his pencil aside, Zende said he had followed Thomas, too, and all the crazy things that had fallen with Hope, Beth, and Zoe. Thomas admitted that he had made mistakes and serious errors in judgment. He had been duly punished and was doing better. Zende replied that he was not judging. Well, looks like you were, Thomas joked. Zende, as a family member, claimed he wanted to hear what Thomas had to say and recognized how wrong and irrelevant he was. Thomas said he would never stop apologizing to Hope and Zoe. He knew he had hurt people and made horrible mistakes, but he wanted the chance to prove he was better than that. He didn't expect immediate forgiveness, but he wanted to return to the family and Forrester. He said if they opened the doors he would show them how sincere he was. Later, Hope and Thomas were alone in the office and Thomas admitted that he was not surprised by Zenday's return. Thomas had already heard that things were going south between Nicole and Zenday. Thomas did not know the details and asked if Hope had any details. Hope replied that Zenday hadn't wanted to talk about it. Thomas thought it was ironic that no one knew the role Zenday played in ending his relationship, but Zenday could just sit there and judge Thomas. Hope doubted Zenday had done this. Pulling back, Thomas thought maybe he was a little on the defensive. Hope asked why Thomas wanted to talk to her alone. Thomas said he understood Hope's reluctance to work with him, but wondered if he had ever disappointed her professionally. Hope said he didn't and that he had always been a wonderful designer. Thomas said he was damn good at what he did. He had the experience, the talent and the pedigree. He was Thomas Forrester, the heir to Forrester Creations. He said that he and Hope worked well together and that she should work with him, not Zenday Dominguez. In the design office later, Zoe thanked Zenday for calling Thomas for his treatment of Hope and Zoe. Zenday asked if she was buying Thomas's apology. Shrugging, Zoe asked if Zenday had done it. Zenday said he would keep an eye on Thomas. At the rehabilitation clinic, Liam visited Steffi. She had seen Ridge the other day, and Liam assumed that meant she knew Brooke and Ridge had reunited. Steffi knew and was okay with it. She didn't always agree with Brooke. However, Brooke was family and Ridge loved her. Liam and Steffi agreed that Quinn had some serious damage control to do with Eric. Liam looked at Steffi in admiration. She asked what the problem was. He said it was like she was almost back. She thought she had no other choice because she had to return to their little girl. Liam showed Steffi videos of Kelly. Steffi cooed and expressed how much she missed the child. Liam hoped Steffi wasn't worried about Kelly. Steffi said she was convinced he and Hope were taking care of Kelly. Liam added that Douglas and Beth loved having Kelly around. Laughing at the video, Steffi said they were all cute. Liam told Steffi that she would be back soon, and that she would be crazier than ever. See. Liam and I can agree, Finn said as he walked into the room. Finn greeted Liam and asked if Steffi was amazing. Liam said so. Finn thought the results of Steffi's hard work to recover were simply impressive. Liam blinked and smirked awkwardly. Steffi said she didn't do it alone. Finn had really been there and helped her. Liam noted that Finn goes the extra mile and gives Steffi more personal attention than the average doctor. Finn said he was no longer technically his doctor. "I am her," he started to say. Steffi rang, saying he was her lawyer, and she was very grateful. Liam was also grateful. Stammering, he said he was happy Steffi was getting the care, support and attention she needed. Liam thought it wasn't like it used to be when Steffi was addicted to painkillers, and Finn hadn't seen it. "I don't want to tell you apart, obviously. Neither of us saw him. I mean, I kind of saw him, but I'm not his doctor. So there is that," Liam said. In Finn and Steffi's silence, Liam said recovery has come a long way and the process may never end. He believed Steffi was a strong fighter and said that when Steffi crossed the finish line he and Kelly would be waiting for Steffi. "Don't worry, Liam. I'll make sure Steffi gets back to Kelly's place soon," Finn replied. Later, Finn and Steffi were alone, and he admitted that he thought Liam would never leave. Steffi glanced at Finn and he said he knew Liam was an integral part of his life. "Father of my daughter," she replied. Finn felt she was not easy to overcome. He hoped he wouldn't have to try. He wanted to believe that they would be together for a long time, despite his watchdog. Steffi told Finn that she can't wait to spend some quality time with him once she gets out of there. He warns her that she might love him. "Like many," he said. It seemed to Steffi that something was on Finn's mind. "Liam's attachment to you," Finn replied. She made a face. He claimed to have their story and to have shared a child. Steffi said they will always care about each other and be connected through Kelly. Finn replied that it was a lot of luggage. He smiled and Steffi laughed, saying he was so bad. Finn was happy to have been able to see Steffi's smile, which lit up the universe. She called it an exaggeration, but he claimed that an overestimation would tell her he could bathe in the glow of her smile. Getting serious, he complimented her on the love she radiated. He had only known her for a short time, but she meant more to him every day. He couldn't wait for her to return to his amazing life, and he hoped to be a part of it. He was glad to see where it was going. In his office with Justin and Wyatt, Bill said he wouldn't have forced Steffi to develop an addiction. Justin agreed, but said opioid use was a slippery slope and it was easy to cross the line. Wyatt thought that if this had happened to him, it could happen to anyone. "Well, she got some help from me," Bill mumbled. Wyatt said not to do this, but Bill believed it wouldn't have happened if he hadn't met her. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.